They told him he was not good enough. They laughed at his struggles. They said, "You don't belong here." But what they didn't know was that rejection would become his fuel. He didn't come from privilege. He didn't have an easy childhood. He struggled in school, battled self-doubt, and faced learning difficulties that made him feel invisible. While others were comfortable giving up, he made a promise to himself: "I will not be average. I will not quit." Every audition he failed hurt. Every no felt personal. Every closed door tested his belief. But instead of breaking down, he trained his mind to stand up. He learned something most people never do. Confidence is not given. Belief is built. And success is earned in silence. When fear whispered, "You can't," he answered with action. When doubt screamed, "You're not enough," he responded with discipline. He worked when nobody was watching. He studied his craft obsessively. He pushed himself beyond comfort, beyond fear, beyond limits. Not because it was easy, but because greatness never is. At the peak of success, he didn't slow down. He ran faster. While others played safe, he risked everything. Hanging from planes, jumping off buildings, trusting preparation over fear. Why? Because he understood one powerful truth. Life rewards those who commit fully, not halfway, not comfortably, fully. He didn't become legendary by luck. He became legendary by refusing to quit on himself. And here's the lesson for you. You don't need a perfect start. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. All you need is the courage to keep going. When it hurts, when it's lonely, when no one believes in you. Because one day, the same world that doubted you will watch in silence as you rise. Pressure doesn't break legends, it reveals them. If this story moved you, remember this: your past doesn't define you, your mindset does. Stay hungry, stay disciplined, stay unstoppable. He was told he was too small, too different, not perfect enough for Hollywood. People laughed when he walked into auditions. They saw weakness, they saw limits. But what they didn't see was a mind that refused to quit. He struggled with learning, with focus, with confidence. Every script felt heavier. Every rejection felt louder. Every failure felt personal. There were nights when doubt screamed louder than hope. When fear whispered, "You don't belong here." When quitting looked easier than continuing. But listen carefully. This is where most people stop. And legends continue. Instead of running from fear, he faced it. Instead of hiding his flaws, he worked harder than anyone in the room. While others rested, he trained. While others complained, he prepared. He didn't wait for motivation, he built discipline. He didn't ask for shortcuts, he accepted pain. Every stunt, every fall, every risk was a message to the world. I decide my limits. Success didn't come overnight. It came after years of silence, years of rejection, years of proving mostly to himself that he was stronger than his doubts. And one day, the same world that ignored him stood up and applauded. Not because he was lucky, not because it was easy, but because he never stopped believing when no one else did. Remember this: talent may open the door, but mindset keeps it open. When pressure tries to break you, when fear tells you to quit, when the world doubts your worth, stand taller, because pain shapes warriors. Struggle creates strength, and pressure is where legends are made. Because the world only sees the final result, not the silent battles behind it. They don't see the nights when doubt sat on his chest like a weight. They don't see the fear before the jump, the moment when even courage feels small. They don't see the voice inside that asks, "What if I fail this time?" But this is where the story changes. Every time fear whispered, he listened and still moved forward. Not because fear disappeared, but because the dream was louder. Not because he was fearless, but because he was committed. He learned one brutal truth early: comfort builds nothing. Safety creates no legends. Growth lives only on the edge of fear. so he chose the hard path again and again. When others said, use a double, he said, I'll do it myself. When others said, it's too risky, he said, that's exactly why it matters. When others slowed down with success, he sped up with discipline, because deep down he understood something most people never do. Pressure doesn't break you. Pressure reveals you. Under pressure, excuses die. Under pressure, ego disappears. Under pressure, only preparation speaks. And every fall, every mistake, every criticism, he didn't take it personally. He took it professionally. He trained when no one was watching. He refined his craft when applause was silent. He showed up on days motivation didn't. That's the difference. Talent opens doors, but consistency keeps them open. Confidence gets attention, but discipline earns respect. And slowly, without shortcuts, without noise, the boy who once doubted himself became someone the world could no longer ignore. Not because he chased fame, but because he chased excellence. Not because he avoided fear, but because he walked straight through it. And that's the lesson. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. You only need the courage to take the next step when everything inside you says stop. Because on the other side of fear is the version of you you've been waiting to become. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for perfect timing. He didn't wait for someone to believe in him. Because when the world doubts you, you have two choices: quit silently, or work so hard that doubt gets tired of following you. There were moments when doors closed, when people said, you don't fit, when fear whispered, what if you fail? But he learned something powerful. Fear never disappears. You just learn to move faster than it. Every fall taught him balance. Every rejection sharpened his hunger. Every lonely night built discipline that no applause could teach. While others waited for motivation, he showed up tired. While others chased comfort, he chose discomfort again and again. Because success doesn't listen to excuses. It listens to consistency. Pressure didn't break him. Pressure revealed him. When the weight got heavy, he didn't complain. He trained harder. When the odds were impossible, he didn't look for shortcuts. He became stronger. That's when he understood the truth. Talent opens doors, but mindset decides how far you walk inside. And today, when people see the confidence, they forget the silence he survived. They see the glory, but not the sacrifices behind closed doors. So if you're struggling right now, if you feel unseen, if the world doubts your dream, remember this: you are not late. You are being prepared. Stand up. Stay hungry. Keep moving forward. Because legends aren't born comfortable. They are forged when quitting feels easier, but they refuse to stop. Your journey isn't over. It's just getting started.